great. It's been good to be back, and yeah, I'm feeling great. I can't wait to get in there. Well, firstly, get that weigh-ins, just the official weigh-ins, get that stuff going, and then it's fight day. I'm feeling great.
Fantastic. Um, well, anyway, Mr. Du Plessis back in the KSW fold. Obviously, we've been waiting with and holding our breath to see what's happening with you when you're going to get back in there. It seemed like this fight was announced on quite short notice. Am I right in saying that, or was it something that was in the plan for a while and it just got released late?
Well, I was they gave me this a spot on the card quite, so I knew in advance that I'm getting this fight. So it wasn't a short notice fight for me at all. It was the fact that they were looking for an opponent because they have quite a stacked middleweight division, and obviously they're protecting some of the guys, just building them up. So I originally had an opponent that pulled out, but not like 5 weeks from the fight,
Okay.
and that then I got this new opponent. So it was I knew I was fighting, but just my announcement of the fight was quite a bit later. I
Okay.
guess they were holding on for. I think it's a lot, two or three fights that they were holding out for to just keep the people before they. I don't know, but maybe for marketing reasons.
Okay. Dricus, you still with us?
Yes.
Sorry, it went dead there. I thought maybe you were gone. Okay, so,
Uh,
so so it wasn't a short notice fight. You were getting prepared in that time. Obviously, the new life at middleweight. A lot of people have asked me, and I haven't been like quite sure on the answer. I've kind of said that you released a statement saying that your body just won't get to welterweight anymore. You did some tests. You had a bit of a rough time in the cut. Just run us through the thought process behind that quickly, Dricus. Just explain why that sudden decision just to scrap welterweight completely.
Yeah, a big thing is people don't realize it because I've never missed weight. I've never even closely missed weight. I always make weight because that's what I believe a professional should do. And my walking around weight, not out of camp, but in shape, is 94 kilograms. That's why I walk around at. That's a 17 kg cut down to halter.
It's a hell of a cut.
So that's a heavy load to cut. 17 kilograms is no joke. And we decided we did have we had blood tests going every 4 weeks to make sure because we knew that there's a big chance the big cut's going to take a toll on my body. And as soon as it started to have a negative effect on my body, we knew that we had to make the change. We knew that that was going to come someday, especially with me getting a little bit older as we go on. um, so and obviously the longevity of my career, I want to do this for quite a long time. I'm not one of those guys that want to get in and get out as quick as possible. I want to do this for a very long time. I love the sport, and yeah, for the longevity of my career, that was the biggest reason for this move.
Okay. Fantastic, man. Well, I personally am a big fan of not massive cuts, so I'm very excited to see you focused on middleweight. Obviously, we've seen you perform at a very high level at middleweight already. So we're looking forward to the permanent stay there. So with that in mind, at KSW, what is your objective at middleweight? Obviously, it's back to get that title. Without looking past Santos, you want to get through this fight, and do you think if you win here emphatically, you're in the runnings for a title shot at middleweight?
I do believe the middleweight division at KSW at this stage is quite the most stacked division that they have. They have a very stacked middleweight division. They have Janikowski, they have Alexander Ilik, who just won by knockout. They have, they have quite a few guys at middleweight that's making a case in the middleweight division. But for me, I want to put on Saturday. I want to go out there and put on the performance that makes the call for them and say, listen, we don't want this guy to fight anybody else. We don't want anybody else to fight the belt. We want this guy to be our champion and put on a performance that can't deny me that. That's my goal. And I'm not looking past Dos Santos. I'm looking to him as a stepping stone. I'm looking to go right through him and to make sure that this fight puts me right up there. And it takes two to tango. I need him to be in there. I need him to perform for me to perform. And I think it's going to be a great fight. And I'm I know I'm going to put on an amazing performance, and I know it's going to be something spectacular to get me an immediate title shot and get that gold back.
Awesome, man. Sounds great, Dricus. Obviously, your last outing in KSW didn't go exactly according to plan, and I just did a little video for Alan Murphy for KSW, and one of the things I mentioned in there, the last time we saw you lose a fight as a professional was way back in 2014, and from there you went on an 8-fight winning streak, picked up three titles across 2 divisions. Has that loss to Robertas given you that extra bit of fire and that burning sensation now to just get back on track and absolutely run another tear across the whole MMA world?
Yeah, the biggest thing that I feel the loss have done, it didn't reignite a fire in me, because the fire in me has always been something that's never been, it's only been growing, it's never gone smaller. So I don't say igniting a fire. But what I would say is, obviously, there were some changes to be made. There were some small things that I realized about myself. Like, for example, listen, that weight cut is tough. That weight cut is taking out of me. Getting wobbled by shots that shouldn't be wobbling me. The weight cut. Not that I'm not making an excuse saying it was the weight cut. I'm just saying it's something that you think about. It's just given me another perspective that, listen, you can lose, and when you get in there, you better fucking go for it, and you better do what you got to do, because that guy's in there trying to take your head off, and you have to go in there, and you're either going to be the hunter or you're going to be hunted. And that's one thing that I think, saw once again. The sport of MMA is brutal. The highs are high and the lows are low. And if you want to be the one collecting the big money, if you want to be the one that's getting the fame, the glory, and of being the winner, you have to be able to go out there and hunt and get what's yours.
Absolutely, man. Dricus, just I don't want to keep you too long. Like we said, you're busy cutting weight and you're getting ready for weigh-ins tomorrow. So thank you very much for your time. Firstly, just talk us through what you expect from your opponent and what people can expect from you come fight night.
Now, my opponent he's a quite an experienced campaigner. He has 37 bouts. He's spent some time in the Ultimate Fighter House. He has 30 wins and 7 losses. He is a black belt with, I think he has 9 knockout victories, 11 submissions, and 10 decisions. So he is an all-arounder, and he has a very big uh, knowledge of him, I would say, being in the sport for a while and also being a very experienced campaigner. So obviously, I think he's seen it all, he's feel it all. That's what he would assume. But I don't believe that he's fought anyone of my caliber. I've seen his last 2-3 fights, and really the guys that he's been fighting has been absolute bums. He's been fighting nobody's. The fights have been looking like his opponents were looking ridiculous. So for me, going out there, I'm gonna do what I always do. The fight starts at the feet. See how everything goes down. If I'm starting to catch him at the feet, really getting leeway, that's where the fight will stay. If I feel that there might be a better chance for me in the clinch, I would get in there, a better chance on the floor, and see where this guy, where he breaks, where he's feeling comfortable, where he's not, and take the fight as it comes. I don't like to prepare, say this is going to happen, this is going to happen. I try to take the fight everywhere it goes to see where I feel the most comfortable with the specific opponent.
Awesome, man. And the last thing, just slightly off topic, we've been seeing a lot of hype. EFC trying to push towards you versus Brendan Lazar at the end of the year. There was videos going around of you at the PI in talks with Graham behind closed doors. Can you give us any indication if that fight is still a possibility, or is your main focus strictly on KSW from now?
No, 100%. Fighting for the EFC has always been something I love to do, to fight in front of home crowd, and I really do want to get that event in Pretoria, get that last event in front of my people in South Africa, and especially hometown. I've never had a fight in my hometown, so yeah, December, we are talking big about December, and it's looking good.
Good news. Good news. Dricus, thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it. It says a lot for the time you give me. especially during such an important time in your camp. And I really do appreciate it, and we wish you all the best, and South Africa's behind you, man. We want to see you get back in that win column. We know you're going to do it, and thanks for your time, and all the best, man.
Only a pleasure, man. Thank you guys for always having my back and for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
Anytime, champ. All the best, man, and we'll catch you on the other side.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you, sir. Ciao.
Cheers.
Ciao.